Hey guys, Dave Keller here with Market Misbehavior. I'm speaking to you from the stockcharts.com global offices in Redmond, Washington. You know, a former boss of mine was fascinated by the Japanese concept of Kaizen, which, if you're not familiar, essentially is continuous improvement. And the idea of Kaizen is that you don't need to make dramatic changes in your life, but if you want to make dramatic improvements, you just need to make a series of small, little, manageable changes. And the weight of those tiny, little, manageable changes over time are going to incorporate a much larger transition in your life. And eventually you will find that you're in a much, much better place. But the idea of Kaizen is to always be looking for those little improvements, always be looking for those small steps that you can take. A friend of mine, we served on a nonprofit board together. He once told me when I was thinking about leading the group and just how I could do better, he said, small steps and gestures can make grand differences over time. And I never forgot that advice. It was a great reminder that just little things, the small little steps, the little gestures, the little things that you can identify with people and use to help them over time are really recognized and really end up being very valuable. So what I want you to think about today is your investment process. Think about how you approach your day. Think about how you approach your investment portfolio, reviewing your holdings, thinking about changing positioning, digesting all the information around you. What's not a dramatic change that you need to make, but what's one small step that you can make today? Whether it's what you look at first, whether it's what you listen to on your commute in, and if there's something better you could be doing there, something new that you could read, something that you could take out of your process, maybe a bad habit or something that's not really adding value to your process. Look at all the different things that you're paying attention to and find the one that's the least helpful, kind of remove that. But look for one small step that you can make. One of the changes I made recently, I'm just getting familiar with a driven commute now. I'm driving into the office. It's about 30 to 40 minutes, depending on when I leave in the morning. And at the beginning, I was actually listening to the markets. I was listening to business radio. I then switched and was listening to podcasts, and that was all good. But what I started doing actually this week was listening to nothing. Just turning it off, having my coffee, and just kind of looking outside. I have a lovely drive now through the woods, through the hills. And so, just looking around and just thinking, and I'm finding that visualization, kind of getting lost in my own thoughts and thinking about what I'll be doing and thinking about conversations I might need to have, thinking about things I'm going to write, thinking about stuff that I'd read the previous day and how I might incorporate that into what I'm doing. That quietness, that calm of the drive without any sort of information coming at me has ended up being a really nice improvement. And so far I'm really enjoying it. It's helping me to get to work actually much more collected and calm and focused on what I need to do. So my challenge to all of you today, what one small step can you make today that's going to pay dividends down the road? If this sort of thinking about investment process, decision making, and behavioral finance is of interest to you, I hope you'll hit subscribe and check out some of my other videos on the Market Misbehavior channel. Thanks so much.